All right. That's how it's going to be, right? I guess so. What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with a second to last Guardians series recap, series preview, live stream of the regular season. As I got to open up my door a little bit. There we go. Let the signal come in. You know the deal. But I can't believe it. And this is really the second to last regular season series recap, series preview stream of the year. Freaking crazy how fast it went. Honestly, every time the All-Star game and All-Star break get here, after that the season flies by. Because then before you know it, it's the trade deadline, and then here we are. It's clinch season, right? So, got to do my proper intro, of course. What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Cleveland Guardians series recap, series preview live stream. Oh man. Like I said, second to last one of the regular season. Hopefully there will be more than that, but the way things are looking, it's gonna be a photo finish for the Guardians when it comes to making the postseason. It's right there in front of them. It's right there if they want it. It's just, do they want it bad enough? I'm sure they do, but they gotta play like they want it. So, of course, I streamed all 3 games against the Detroit Tigers. And man, dude, the first 2 games of this series, I'm just going to talk about this series in general. I'm not going to go individually through each game because I pretty much did that at the end of the other 2 streams, right? Game 1, I mean, what else can you really ask for? Right? I mean, Tarek Skubal on the mound against Gavin, the big rig. That's a big ask for Gavin to go against him. And I just thought of this too. Gavin got his revenge for back in May when Skubal outdueled him. That was the game we lost 7-2, I believe, in extras because Bo Naylor simply couldn't drop his ass on the dirt to block a ball. He let a ball get by him, tying run scored in the 9th, and then it just collapsed from there. That was during our 10-game skid. And boy, how far we've come, right? It's crazy, isn't it? So yeah, Gavin got his revenge for that. Guardians won 5-2. And yeah, we were feeling damn good, right? Tigers took the lead early. Guardians, seemingly like they always had a freaking answer for the Tigers. Granted, our answer in this game didn't come until we were down 2-0. But that second run scored, and it's like that snapped this team into gear. Because they scored their second run, and like the Guardians woke up. Right? Top 6. Harley Green homered 2-0. Guardians fans like me on Twitter are dooming, like, oh God, here we go. Here we go. But then the most unserious 6th inning ever. Actually, no, not even just 6th inning. The most unserious inning ever occurred. Steven Kwan, bunt single. Ana Martinez, sack bunt, led to freaking Tarek Skubal thinking he's a football player. He's out here trying out for a long snapper on the Lions. Freaking hikes the ball over the first baseman's head. And that, of course, set up J-Ram to bring home the first run for the Guardians on a single. And then a wild pitch would score another run. And then the Guardians would take the lead for good, thanks to Gabriel Arias with a ground out. And then, for good measure, they would add 2 in the 7th, courtesy of a Daniel Schneemann 2-run single, as he pinch hit for Anna Martinez. Now it's coming off a walk by Hedges, and then Finnegan came in, Kwan double, and then the big hit by Schneemann. And then 9th inning came up, and it was a clean 1-2-3 for Cade Smith. Struck out Green and Dingler, and then McKinstry lines out. And there you go. Guardians officially tied the Tigers for first place with that win. And I believe this win also got us a tiebreaker too, didn't it? Yes, it did. There you go. All they needed was 1 for the tiebreaker, and they got it. Gavin's 12-5, 3.06 ERA. Skubal 13-6, 2.21 ERA. And Cade 16 saves. Well, this time, Gavin's only 1 win behind Skubal. Isn't that freaking nuts? I honestly think it is. But that's just how good Gavin's been this year. I don't even know how many no decisions he's had this year. He's had a few. So that's game 1. And then we carried that over into game 2, of course. Once again, Tigers strike first. And it's like, are these guys really trolling us right now? Or are they just trying to have Tigers fans have a fake sense of security? Because, oh my God, this was so annoying. We didn't score first at all in this series. And as you know, when the Guardians score first, they are very hard to beat. We just had an answer for every punch that the Tigers threw. Meadows sack fly. We responded immediately with a 2-run homer by Valera. And then after that, Stephen Kwan, bottom 5, RBI single, 3-1. Bottom 7, J-Ram puts the dagger in him, 2-run double. 5-1 Guardians. Tanner Bybee was great. His standards. 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 5 Ks, 4.24 ERA. Flaherty, on the other hand, wasn't great. He wasn't the worst, but yeah, we of it. Like we've done in the past this year. 4 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 6 Ks and a homer. 4.64 ERA for Jack. So, yeah, Tanner going to end the regular season, I believe, with a winning record. How about that? He was 9-11, I believe, at one point. So after that, he won 3 in a row. That's actually pretty damn good. That's pretty good. 3 straight solid outings for Tanner. He got himself into some precarious situations, but he battled out of it. He was back to spewing diarrhea everywhere, but he wasn't as bad as he was earlier in the year, that's for sure. And it seems as though he got out of that, give up response runs phase, because after we scored in the 3rd, he was locked down. 1 run on 6 hits, 2 errors for the Tigers, 5 runs, 8 hits for the Guardians. So with this win, Bybee's 12-11, 4.24 ERA, Flaherty's 8-15, 4.64 ERA, and the Guardians officially took a 1-game lead in the division. So with that, today, the Guardians had a chance to put the dagger in the Tigers' heart, not in their season, but essentially send their fans to the therapist. So Parker Messick on the mound, of course. And, Parker, he's been great. But deep in the back of my mind, I'm thinking this dude's due for a stinker. And I hope to God it doesn't happen. But Tell me why. As I was looking on Twitter, the admin for the Guardians official Twitter account, the genius, decided before the Astros even played, because keep in mind, heading into today, our magic number to clinch the division, 3. To clinch a playoff spot, 2. We needed an Astros loss and yep. Yep. And of course my OBS had to reset, I guess, reconnecting. But we all saw what happened today, right? Parker Messick against a Tiger bullpen day. And it seems like the Tigers' Twitter fan base morale was as low as it could ever be. Their fans had no hope today. In their minds, they were getting swept. So, of course, Parker Messick poops down his pants, or as I like to say, dropped a big old diarrhea deuce right on the mound. Big old diarrhea pile. Ugh, stinky. I mean, God. First pitch, like first batter, ding dong, right? From that point on, I was like, yep, it's going to be that kind of game. Jahmai Jones set the tone with a homer. And apparently, the key to beating the Guardians right now, just score more than 2 runs. By the way, the Guardians' streak of starters allowing 2 or less runs, that's over now. That's why the Guardians are so dangerous, because you may score first, but if they allowed only like 1 or 2, all right, that's cool. We're going to smack you right back. That's what we did. And how funny. Today, we scored 2 runs. That would have been enough to win the last 19 games. Not today, though. Parker Messick decided to be Parker me stink today. Not a great game for Parker. Not at all. I mean, he was due. But it sucks. He takes his first loss. He can't even say, oh, yeah, he was Guardian. He was, DeGrom. No, because the Guardians actually showed a little bit of offense. The most minimalist offense ever. The smallest amount. It's almost like they saw Houston win and they were like, what's the point? If Houston would have lost, I wonder how we would have done. We probably would have went out there and shut them down. They not motivated at all. The last time I saw us look like that was the day of Class A getting pinged for gambling. That's exactly like what I saw for gambling. That's exactly like what I saw out there today. Half-ass everywhere. The at-bats were feeble. Pitching, wasn't the worst, but the offense was just so feeble today against the bullpen day. I mean, come on. I mean, yeah, Messick, 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, 7 Ks. And the sad part is the bullpen shut. Of course, because they're so well conditioned to shutting down opponents. Once we score some runs. We only scored 1 run off of Melton. The starter, and then one off of Holton, and that was it. But yeah, Messi But yeah, Messick, 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, 7 Ks, 2.72 ERA. Melton got the start. He's 3 and he went 3. Melton got the start. He's 3 and he went 3 2/3. 2 2/3. 2 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 1 K. 2.76 ERA. All their runs came in the first 4 innings. 3 of the first 4 innings. If we had just held them to those 2 runs in the first, we would have still been playing. Jahmai Jones, solo shot. Wenzel shot. Wenzel Perez, solo shot. First inning. Baez, RBI single. Kafis responded, bottom second. I'm like, oh, we're going to punch him back in the face then. Okay, I like that. But then Riley Green smacked us in the face in the top of the 4th. He smacked us with a freaking brick. A solo shot, 4-1. Bottom 8, we responded. We actually had a tying run at the plate in the bottom of the 8th, but it's Kyle Feeble Manzardo, and he rolled over as always. They just didn't have that energy tonight. It's where you just know these guys are not losing. They're hitting everything. Tonight was a night where they were just so disinterested. Like, damn, Houston loses and Houston wins, and this is how you act? Now, we need to beat Texas at least twice, and Austin to beat Detroit twice at least. Because obviously, if we win tomorrow, and Detroit loses, that'll cut it down to 1. And then we either need to win or Detroit loses. Game 2. I don't even know if we can do that. Knowing this feeble ass team, they're going to lose 4 in a row. They're going to back into the playoffs ass first. They're going to crawl, army crawl into the freaking postseason. And then the most awkward freaking champagne celebration is going to happen. Lose 4 in a row, but you still pop bottles. Like, woo, I guess. We made it, I guess. See what happens, though. But if we're going to pop bottles this weekend, we need to take care of business tomorrow for sure. For sure. But knowing the Guardians, it'll take the entire series for them to pop bottles. This team's going to friggin' do that, aren't they? Find a way to fumble it. And everyone's going to laugh at them. And then if we do miss the playoffs, we're all going to look back at that dumbass tweet from the Twitter admin talking about postseason tickets going on sale when we haven't even clinched yet. We haven't even got a playoff spot yet. I'm like, that loser had that tweet in the drafts for if the Astros lost. Right? Because then if the Astros lose, you only need to win or lose 1 more game. You need to either win 1 more game or the Astros lose 1 more game, and you're in. You got a playoff spot. But no, the damn bozo couldn't wait. You posted it before the Astros even played. And the Astros freaking went out there. Literally BTAs. Belt to the A's. So, yeah, Herder 4-3 now, 2.47 ERA. Messick's 3-1, 2.72 ERA. Vest 22 saves, 3.06 ERA. So now, you may be like, okay, where does that leave us? 3 games starting tomorrow against the Rangers. Game 1 tomorrow night will feature Jack Leiter, 9-10, 3.92 ERA, 138 Ks, against Slade Ciccone, 7-6, 4.15 ERA, 106 strikeouts. Against Leiter, Naylor, 2 RBIs and 2 RBIs on the year. God, I can't even speak. 2 RBIs against Leiter. That's it. He's the only one that has done anything against Jack on this roster. And I believe we faced Jack back in August and we lost. He shut us out. Against Saccone, Garcia has a homer and 2 RBIs. Higashioka has a homer and 2 RBIs. And Tellez has a homer and an RBI. And also, no Simeon and no Seager. And obviously, no Evaldi. Because they're all injured. And they were shut down. So we're not going to see Seager or Simeon. But they still got a Garcia. They still got Jake Berger, of course. Higashioka. Josh Young. They still got some dudes that could kill you if you're not careful. Josh Peterson. Saccone 7-6, 4.15 ERA, 106 Ks. Leiter 9-10, 3.92 ERA, 138 Ks. Leiter's coming off a lot, 5 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, 4 Ks. Slade coming off a win over Minnesota, one of his most dominant outings in recent memory. 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, 8 Ks. In fact, he has 2 wins in his last 3 outings with a no decision in between. All against our division. Kansas City on the 8th of September and Minnesota on the 20th. He was electric in both games. Now, as for game number 2, let me go to ESPN and look it up because I don't think they have it on here. Yeah, they don't. All right. What's up, Daniel? Happy Thursday, of course. Daniel back at it again with the usual. Damn, Daniel, back at it again with the one comment at his stream. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, we do avoid DeGrom, of course. That's big, too. Especially for this team. All right. So let's take a peek real quick at what we are up against for these next 2 games. Joey Cantillo is pitching the final game of the series against Patrick Corbin, who we haven't faced yet this year. Game 2 will be Logan Allen against Merrill Kelly. We lost to Merrill Kelly last time. Logan Allen, of course, he's had quite a bit of time off. It's like, man, we've barely seen him pitch. But is that really a bad thing? But Logan Allen, 8-11. God, I can't speak today. I swear, I'm just trying to rush through this. 8-11, 4.14 ERA, 118 Ks, and 28 starts. Coming off a win over Minnesota, he also shut them down. 8 innings, 4 hits, 1 walk, 7 Ks. He was, I believe, the second pitcher in that doubleheader where we allowed 0 runs through 18 innings against Minnesota. Merrill Kelly's coming off a loss to Miami as well. 4 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, 4 Ks. And then, of course, final game of the series of the season, Joey Cantillo on the mound for the Guards. Going up against Patrick Corbin. That's going to be fun. Oh, joy. I cannot wait for that one. By the way, the second game is on Fox, but as you know, I'll be streaming Ohio State football, so yeah, these games are all going to be on during football. Oh no, two of them are. Now, as far as tomorrow goes, I don't know if I want to stream. Uh, I don't really want to use up all my good vibes. Lighter versus Saccone tomorrow. Do I dare stream tomorrow? Nah, I'm not going to stream tomorrow. I'm going to be sitting here watching football. Football. But Joey Cantillo, 5-3 on the year, 3.21 ERA, 100 Ks officially. He has a save. One save. 100 Ks. He's coming off back-to-back. No decisions. 4 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 5 Ks against Minnesota. Definitely not bad. Not bad. And then Patrick Corbin. There you are. I'm also going to look and see what the other teams that were fighting with, what they got to deal with in the American League. What's up, Eric? We had 30,000 people in the house tonight. Love it. People showing up. They're damn near at 2 million fans again. And how are the Dolans going to reward us? Not a damn thing. Plaque. Congrats. 2 million fans have showed up. So what do we win? Anything. It's my gratitude for showing up and showing your support for 81 games. And yeah. So Patrick Corbin, 7-11, 126 Ks, 4.34 ERA for the lefty. Coming off a loss to Minnesota on the 23rd. 3 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 2 Ks. Now, Joey Cantillo's never faced the Rangers. So that's interesting. That'll be something to watch. And Patrick Corbin, have we ever faced him? Because interestingly enough, remember, they faced, let me see here, they faced Saccone in the first game, beat him. They smoked Logan Allen, bleh. And then Gavin Williams. Merrill Kelly blanked us. That was during a 3 straight games where we did not score a run. Talk about an offensive funk. And they rattled off 4 in a row. Then they lose 3. Then they win. Then they lose. And then they began that offensive stuff here that they've been on. 19 straight games where the starter gave up less than 2 or less runs. Pretty damn impressive. And keep in mind, there was that game against Boston against Crochet, where if only our starter wasn't a sieve, we would have won that game. It's true, though. Wasn't it Slade? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? And then Cantillo goes out there against the Red Sox bullpen and shoves. We scored 8 runs on them. Honestly, could have swept Boston. Yeah, we could have swept them. Fortunate. Really unfortunate. Wait, no, that wasn't. That wasn't Saccone. I think he was game 2. Who pitched in game? Was that Logan Allen? Who was Slade? I was right. I think Parker got the first game. That's right. Yeah. All right. So this should be fun. They've faced Saccone. They've faced Allen. We've faced Leiter and Kelly. And Patrick Corbin. Not ready to face Patrick Corbin. Let me see how he's done against us. And of course, they've never faced Joey Cantillo. Corbin is 1-1 with a 4.03 ERA, 20 Ks, and 4 appearances. His last appearance came last year with Washington, and we beat him. 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs. His worst outing, though, came with Washington in 2019, where I think he was legit the worst pitcher ever. He was so bad. I mean, 4 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, 3 homers, and 2 walks, and he got a no decision out of it. Wow. And we lost 10-7. Yeah. Dude, the freaking Nats scored 9 runs in the second inning of that game. Wow. No wonder. Look who the starter was. Freaking Adam Plutko. Ah. Look at the names in this rotation or in this freaking pitching lineup. Look at the guys who pitched in this game. Plutko, Hunter Wood, was this Jeffrey Rodriguez? Is that James Hoyt? No, that's what's a James Hoyt? Who the heck is Hoyt? Dan Otero? Phil Maton? Oh, yeah, it is James Hoyt. I was right. Ah. Oh. All right. All right. So, you know the deal. All you got to do is win. Astros face the Angels. Tigers face the Red Sox. Now, the matchups. I want to see what the matchups are. That'll tell me all I need to know about what to expect. So, Kyle Harrison will face Mize tomorrow. Early will go against somebody, I guess, for the Red Sox against the Tigers. And then it was people were going to put Giolito against Scooble, but I think they moved Gio down a day or something. Gotta rely on Kyle freaking Harrison. Are we serious? Oh, hell no. Hell no. Man. Do you know what, though? The Red Sox lost tonight. So the Jays still have the division lead, even though the Yankees won. And the Red Sox are going to be extra aggressive against the Tigers. What's interesting too, keep in mind, if we face Detroit in the freaking wild card round, they're pitching Scooble in the final game of the season. So he wouldn't even be available against us. If they did pitch him against us, it would be on like 3 or so days rest. Bro, that would be the backfire of the century if that happens. If we win the division and they get the wild card, they got Scooble pitching on the last day of the season. The wild card round starts on Tuesday. It goes Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. He would probably start Thursday. Ooh, God. Yeah. They would have him starting Thursday. We would probably face Mize, some combination of like Mize, Flaherty, and Scooble. Oh, brother. That's the last thing Tigers fans want to see. Because that would mean 3 of his 4 outings would be against us for Scooble. That's tough. That's tough. Now, what about the Astros? Because they face the Angels. But what's their pitching matchups going to look like? Because again, our magic number for a playoff spot is 2. So we need a loss by Houston and to win to clinch a playoff spot. Alexander versus Hendricks tomorrow. Hendricks doing his swan song thing, right? And then they'll have Dana against somebody. And then we'll see who the Astros throw out there for the Sunday game. We seem to do a lot better when we have to do a lot of scoreboard watching, I guess. So, see what happens. But as far as me streaming tomorrow, it's probably not going to happen. Now, just to be fair, I didn't stream Slade's last couple starts, and he's been fantastic. And I don't want to be that guy. So I'm going to see what he does tomorrow. And now, and I mean if, we win tomorrow and the Tigers lose, I will stream on Saturday night, even though football is going on. But what I'll probably do is if we're winning, I'll stream the end of the game. I'll just jump on real quick to stream the ending if we're winning. So I can, talk about us celebrating and stuff. And then, of course, on Sunday, I'll be live probably sometime like right before Sunday Night Baseball or Sunday Night Football to recap the series against Texas. But of course, we got to win. We got to win. It's as simple. Make things so much easier for us if we just keep winning. Just keep winning. Just keep winning. Just keep winning, winning, winning. That's all you got to do. All you got to do. It's not that hard. But yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. And I will see you all later. Shout out to Eric and Daniel for popping in. And see you all probably Saturday for Ohio State and Washington, 3:30 p.m. kickoff. With that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Guards. And I'm out. Bye-bye. In the words of Al Davis, just win, baby. Bye-bye. Yeah.